Welcome to this exclusive production of Concho Sports Network.
And welcome inside the Concho Sports Studio here in San Angelo as we get ready to bring you Wallhawks football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Tonight we got a good one for you, folks, and this is the Zentex Remodeling Group pregame show. Remodel your bathroom in as little as one day with Zentex Remodeling Group, Zentex.com. So anyway, we've got a great game on tap for this evening. And, hey, we got a new camera angle. Welcome. So you can see inside what we're doing here. You can see how we call the game. And that hand you see, that's Damon, our producer. And, of course, we got Adam over here. You can barely see his shoulder right here getting stats for us tonight. So as we get our camera feeds going from the stadium, we want to just do a quick pregame show for you. So basically, this is yet another non-district game for Wall as they're going to face off against the Jim Ned Indians from Tuscola, Texas, just outside Abilene. And on the coaches show this week, I was talking with Coach Craig Slaughter, and I said there's a lot of similarities between these two schools. Wall, of course, just outside San Angelo, and Tuscola, Texas, just outside Abilene. Of course, Tuscola and Jim Ned, the alma mater of one of the greatest quarterbacks ever to play at the University of Texas. That would be, of course, Colt McCoy, as his dad coached there at Jim Ned for several years. But these two schools, they have a storied history. They compete in just about every sport, not in the same district, but you can pretty much bet they know each other well. And if you didn't watch the coaches show this past Wednesday night or Tuesday night, Coach Craig Slaughter made a comment. He said, "Man, I hope I don't get in trouble for that." But the coach at Jim Ned, Coach Jonathan McClure, he says one of his best friends in the coaching profession. He said, when I play him, I want to punch him in the lungs, but we're still good friends when we're not on the field. So he has a good friendship there. But let's talk a little bit about these Wallhawks first. They haven't really been challenged this year so far. They've had two blowouts, 48-7. Over Mason to open up the season. Then last week against 4A D1 Brownwood, 35-10 in a game that really even wasn't that close. And in both those games, Landon York has just been stellar, and I mean absolutely stellar. Let me get some stats here for you as we keep on with the pregame show. But Landon York, 29 of 37 on the year, 417 yards, 6 touchdowns. He did throw his first interception last week, and Coach Slaughter and I talked about that, and he said it's pretty good when all you have to do is chastise him about just that one pick. He's been doing just a great job this year. And then, of course, running the ball, something Walls was known for years before their transition to the spread offense last year, but they can still run it. Brady Neal, the senior, 26 carries for 113 yards on the season, averaging 4.3 per carry, a couple of touchdowns. And then Jagger Thompson, the junior, gets a little bit of work there, 8 carries, 37 yards, and a touchdown. Now, catching the ball, Coach Slaughter was talking about, and I have to give a plug right now. If you don't know Big Country Preps, it's a website run by Evan Wren and Daniel Youngblood. You need to go check them out because they put out some really good stuff about teams in the Big Country and teams around the area. So they do some really good write-ups. So little plug for them. But Coach Slaughter was talking about, if you ever watch our coaches shows, he talks about getting players in space. As a defense, you want to eliminate those spaces. As an offense, you want to put your receivers in space. But these Hawks, they have just an incredible number of receivers. We mentioned Reed Robertson, 6 catches, 104 yards, 3 touchdowns. But you get him anywhere in the red zone, and they're going to throw a fade to him. And even when he's covered, he's not covered because he will go up and he will get that ball, as evidenced by a great touchdown catch he had against Brownwood last week. And then you got Hagan Barbie, 9 catches, 149 yards, 16.6 average, and a touchdown. And then Kellen Oliver, 7 catches, 94 yards, and a touchdown. And the thing about it is, these young men have speed. They're not going to go deep on you all the time, but you get them in space, and they're going to outrun you to the end zone. There's just some speed out there that these Wall Hawks have. And then, of course, on the defensive side of the ball, they have absolutely shut down offenses this year. Both Mason and Brownwood found it very hard to pick up yards on the ground as they surrendered only 7 points to the Mason Punchers, and then last week they gave up 10 to the Brownwood Lions. But we're going to take a break real quick, and we'll come back. And when we come back, we'll talk more about their opponents tonight, the Jim Ned Indians. You're watching the Zentex Remodeling Group pregame show. Remodel your bathroom in as little as one day with Zentex Remodeling Group, Zentex.com. Go to break. You're watching Wall Hawk Football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Check out why First Community Federal Credit Union is the #1 local auto lender in the Concho Valley.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. So be smart, bank smart, and contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
In Texas, driving trucks is woven into the fabric of our culture. At Mitchell Toyota, we know it as truck country, plain and simple. Built right here in Texas, Tundra is the truck for you. Get this new 2025 Tundra with 1.75% APR for 72 months or save $7,000. This Tacoma is only $39,485 or 3.99% APR for 60 months. Toyota, where we put the deal back in dealership.
See friendship being
And welcome back to the Zentex Remodeling Group pregame show. Remodel your bathroom in as little as one day with Zentex Remodeling Group, Zentex.com. And you, of course, are watching Wall Hawk Football on the Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. So we talked a little bit before the break about the Wall Hawks and what they've done so far, obviously 2-0. Now let's talk a little bit about the Jim Ned Indians. They come in here 2-0. They won a thriller on the road last week. I'm trying to remember who that was. I had the schedule here a minute ago. There it is, against the Trinity Leadership High School in Cedar Hill, 23-22, as Trinity missed a 2-point conversion at the end of the game and dropped that decision. But the one thing Jim Ned hasn't done, they haven't had the same stats as they've had in years past. Cash Gwynn will get the start behind center. He's 15 of 28 on the year, 313 yards, 5 touchdowns, but he has been very protective with the ball, has not thrown any picks. And then running the ball, they've got Aiden Ellis, has had 33 carries for 140 yards, averaging just over 4 yards a carry and a couple of touchdowns. And then Cash Gwynn, the quarterback, also 18 carries, 60 yards. And then catching the ball, pretty much it's Breck Lawson, and Gavin Brooks. Lawson, 5 catches, 78 yards and a touchdown. But here's the key. Gavin Brooks is their deep threat. He has 4 catches 122 yards. That's all 30 and a half yards per catch. But here's the deal. 3 touchdowns. So 75% of his catches have been touchdowns. So incredible stat line there for Gavin Brooks. Well, that's going to do it for the Zentex Remodeling Group pregame show. Remodel your bathroom in as little as 1 day with Zentex Remodeling Group. Visit Zentex.com as it looks like the coin toss is over and they're fixing to put this one in play. But we'll take one more break and come back with live show. You're watching Wall Hawk Football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services for all your photo and video needs. Call 325-245-9663. Oh, and we also do sports. Call today.
Check out why First Community Federal Credit Union is the #1 local auto lender in the Concho Valley.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money.
And welcome back to Wall Hawks Football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. And it looks like Wall will receive the ball. Jim Ned will kick it off, which means that in the second half, obviously, Jim Ned will get the ball. Here comes the kick. That is the Schertz Landscape opening kickoff. And big return out past the 30-yard line to the, see where they mark it at the 36 of Wall. Don't know who it was on that return. We still don't have our feed completely steady yet, but it'd be 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line, make it the 37-yard line for Wall. And they will come out right away in a trips to the far side, single receiver to the near side, Landon York with one back in the backfield, and now he puts the receiver in motion, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, a little swing pass to the far side. That's going to be dropped, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. It was just thrown forward enough to not be a lateral, so incomplete. Not a great start. This is going to be a test for Wall tonight because they have not, as we mentioned in the pregame show, they have not been tested yet. And we're experiencing technical difficulties, so stand by, folks. We'll be right back with you as soon as possible.
Got footage.
Okay. You have item coming through yet?
Not yet. But not sweating that.
Double check that it's coming through SRT1 and not SRT2 because that wasn't set up last week. I've got to pump back into the main camera.
And we're back. Apologize for the delay. We are experiencing technical difficulties from Tuscola. Jim Ned High School in Tuscola. It looks like Jim Ned has the football at the Wall Hawk 45-yard line. Not sure what happened. We'll try to figure it out as we go on through the evening. And Jim Ned will come out with Cash Gwynn behind center. And Jim Ned with a modified pistol set as Gwynn now shifts his running backs, takes the snap, a pitch to the far side, running with the football and knocked out of bounds at, trying to see where it's marked out at. It looks like it's going to be the 42-yard line of Wall. "43-yard line, I beg your pardon, of Wall. Jim Ned now with a 2nd down and 7. And now the Indians with a handoff again to the far side inside the Hawk 40-yard line. Marking it down at the 39-yard line. Can't see who that was on the carry, but we'll get there in a minute. So Jim Ned with a 3rd down and 5 now. That's Cash Gwynn at quarterback, trying to see who that's a. Right now the sun is not our friend. And Gwynn moves his running back. Now he puts number 1 in motion. The snap back. And now stoppage in play. And looks like false start on Jim Ned. That's going to be an Olivas Roofing and Solar penalty. So now that'll mark 5 yards off for the Indians, and that'll put it back at the Hawk 44-yard line as Jim Ned now does a small huddle and will come out right away. Gwynn in the shotgun, I guess more of a pistol look now as he's 4 yards off the line of scrimmage. Takes the snap, fakes a handoff, throws it to the near side, far side, and running with it is number 2. That is Breck Lawson, but he's brought down at the 40-yard line of Wall, and that's going to bring up a 4th down, I believe it is. Cannot see the yard marker or the down marker, but looks like 4th down, and here come the punt team for Jim Ned and the return team for the Wall Hawks. As 4th down and 7-ish, 6-ish. And now here's the snap and the rugby-style kick. Comes down at the 3. Picked up there. That is number 2 for the Wall Hawks. Kellen Oliver. Kellen Oliver return on the punt. So a little bit unusual inside the 5 to catch it like that. 8:23 left in the first half. As you can see the scoreboard there. And now Landon York. He's got Brady Neal in the backfield with him, or Brady Neal, in the backfield with him. Receiver each way, and now just a simple give to Neal, and Neal is going to be met at the 15, leans forward to the 19-yard line. The Hawks now with a 2nd down. Ball placed at the 19 of Wall. Wall with their 2nd possession on the evening. And now Landon York gets the snap, retreats, looks downfield, comes down the near sideline. Was going for Kellen Oliver. Kellen Oliver way overthrown. Throws Oliver. That's very unusual. Landon York is usually very accurate, so not a great start for this Hawk offense tonight as they are a little bit out of sorts. And we mentioned in the pregame this is going to be a test for them as they haven't been tested yet. So first possession, turned it over. Now they're facing 3rd and 7, and York retreats, rolls to the near sideline, tosses it short now to Bryson McFarden. I believe that was that McFarden on the reception? Can't see who the number was. Potentially Jagger Thompson. I can't see the numbers real well, so I beg your pardon. Maybe on the replay we can catch that. Maybe not. And now the Hawks will punt on 4th down. And the punt. And the punt is going to come down. Rolling. Actually, it's going to be returned by the Indians. That's number 2. Breck Lawson avoided a tackle, broke several tackles, but eventually taken down at the Indians' 41-yard line. So they will scrimmage from there. You're watching Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Check out why First Community Federal Credit Union is the #1 local auto lender in the Concho Valley.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. So be smart, bank smart, and contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
It's over here somewhere. And we're back. You're watching Wall Hawks football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. And penalty called and marked off 5 yards on the Indians, so that'll be marked back to the 36-yard line. And Jim Ned now with a 1st and 15. And Gwynn with Aiden Ellis in the backfield, the Indians' leading rusher. Now 32 comes in motion. That's Mason Miller. And now a quick slant stop route caught by number 1. That's Garen Beasley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And so that'll bring up a 2nd down and about 3 for Jim Ned as they're quickly to the line of scrimmage, trying to get the Hawks before they're set. And now Gwynn looks to the sideline. And now timeout called by Jim Ned. So we're going to take another break. You're watching Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Cotton farming in the Concho Valley. That's risky business. Specializing in crop insurance and serving local family farmers for over 15 years, Oasis Crop Insurance understands those risks firsthand. That's why year in and year out, from the first seed you plant to the last boll you harvest, Oasis Crop Insurance is your risk management partner.
Oasis Crop Insurance, service from paradise.
San Angelo, it's time.
Yep. And welcome back to Wall Hawks football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. And 2nd down and 3-ish for the Indians. And now Gwynn takes the snap, retreats, rolls to the near side, looking downfield. Now he's going to tuck it and run and be run out of bounds. See where they mark it at. Look at the mark it at the Hawks' 46-yard line. Make it the 45-yard line. That's going to be an Oasis Crop Insurance 1st down for Jim Ned, as the chain crew will now move the chains. And Jim Ned quickly back on the line as they scrimmage from the Hawk 45-yard line. And Gwynn once again puts Ellis in motion, takes the snap, and now he gives it, or fakes it, and keeps it himself, and he's going to get inside the 45 to the 42-yard line for about 3 yards on the play. Excuse me, make that the 42-yard line of Wall, not the 43. Now the signals coming in from the sideline. You can see the Hawk coaching staff there. Coach Slaughter very animated on that sideline. And now 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side for Gwynn. Claps for it, hands it to Aiden Ellis right up the gut. Just a simple inside give, and Ellis is going to get to the 39-yard line of Wall. That's going to be 3rd down and 4 about. Just about 4 for the Jim Ned Indians. And in comes the play call. The Hawks along that defensive front. Dylan Sellers, Alex Samaniego, Cone Braden, Ben Taylor, all will rotate in and out of there at one time or another. But the linebackers, Sisson, Braden, Hallmark. And now Gwynn gets the call, and he puts the back near the line of scrimmage, takes it, just simply turns and runs, and it's going to be close to a first down. He's going to be tackled at see where they mark it. It looks like the 36-yard line of Wall. Make it the 37, excuse me. I'm trying to make sure I get accurate yard line placements for Adam, our stats guy over here. I know I'm driving him crazy. My apologies. So now the Indians at the 37-yard line of Wall. I believe this is a fourth down now, and the Indians will line up to go for it. And the snap, the give to Aiden Ellis. Ellis breaks it across the 35-yard line inside to the 34-yard line. That's going to be another another Oasis Crop Insurance first down. So the Jim Ned Indians doing to this Wallhawk defense what no one else has been able to do, and that's move the ball early as we tick under 4 minutes here in the first quarter. You can see that on the clock right there. And the Indians quickly back on the line of scrimmage. And the Hawks show blitz, and now they do bring it. The snap comes back. Gwynn has that one knocked back in his face. Who was that? Trying to get that number. That's number, is that number 15 came in on the blitz. Slayton Hallmark, the junior linebacker, came in on the blitz and swatted that one right back in Cash Gwynn's face. So that's incomplete, and it'll bring up second down for the Hawks. 34-yard line is where the ball is placed down for Jim Ned. Jim Ned out of Tuscola, Texas. We mentioned that earlier in the Zentex pregame show, or Zentex Remodeling Group pregame show. So now 3 wide outs, 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. And now Aiden Ellis will come up. And here comes Gwynn. He's going to toss it out there to number 2. That is Breck Lawson again. Lawson makes the catch inside the Wall 30-yard line. And they're going to place it down. They're going to place it down right at the 30-yard line. So that will bring up third down. Trying to remember here. This is not being able to see the down and distance markers. A little bit off-putting, as it were. And so now 4 wideouts for the Indians. And Gwynn gets the snap, retreats straight back. Now the screen pass. The Hawks sniffed that one out. And now they're chasing Gwynn to that near sideline. He throws downfield. And it is incomplete. In coverage down there is everything. Hagen Barbie playing a little safety as he's wearing that Guardian cap on his helmet, and he knocked that one away. And that'll bring up, I believe it's a third or fourth down for Jim Ned. We apologize, folks, that we are unable to see the down and distance and the scoreboard, so our apologies. That one was knocked away by Hagen Barbie. So Jim Ned will snap it from the 30, whatever down it is. Fourth down, 2:56 left on the clock, just under 3 minutes here in the first quarter, excuse me. Good Lord. I'm already fast-forwarding this game till the end. Goodness gracious. So Jim Ned now will come out in a 4 wide receiver set on a fourth down. And Gwynn will set up in the shotgun. Trying to see if that's Aiden Ellis or who that is in the backfield with him. Stone Griffin, I beg your pardon. And now Gwynn's going to go downfield. He's got a receiver. That was number 2. Breck Lawson had a step on the Hawk defender, and it was simply overthrown by Gwynn. So scoring opportunity for Jim Ned there goes by the boards. 2:50 left, and Wall will take over on their own 30-yard line from Indian Stadium in Tuscola, Texas. Well, we'll keep it right here as the Hawks right back up on the ball for their third possession. Still, if I remember correctly, still without a first down. So York has Brady Neal in the backfield. Takes the snap. Simple inside give to Brady Neal. And he is hauled down for a 1-yard loss at the 29-yard line. This Jim Ned defense is playing tough tonight. They've got these Hawks scouted well. Everything the Hawks have tried to run so far, the Indian defense has been all over it. So now 2nd down and 11 for Wall. Once again, York with Brady Neal in the backfield, gets a snap, retreats straight back, throws to the far sideline, and oh my goodness, Reed Robertson just absolutely dropped it. The Hawks all out of sorts. You do not see Reed Robertson drop a pass, and he just dropped that one. My, oh my. 3rd down and 11 now for Wall. They are struggling early on here with Jim Ned, against Jim Ned here from Tuscola. The snap, straight back is Landon York. He's looking downfield. He comes downfield with it. Now it's dropped again. My, oh my, that was number 2. Kellen Oliver dropped it. Oh my, back-to-back drops by the Wall Hawks. You got to be kidding me. This is unbelievable how this team is just out of sorts tonight. Levi King will come on to punt it now on 4th down and 11 for Wall. So Landon York missed a pass on that second drive. 2 drops now by Reed Robertson and Kellen Oliver, and the Hawks just not clicking at all. And the punt now is going to roll out of bounds. Actually, it's going to keep rolling inside the 30 to the 23-yard line. Nice flip-the-field punt there by Levi King, and the Jim Ned Indians will take over at the 23-yard line. We're going to take a break. You're watching Wallhawks football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
San Angelo, it's time to invest in your home and protect your future. Olivas Restoration and Solar, your trusted partner in roofing, solar, insulation, and fencing. Call Olivas Restoration and Solar today for your free consultation.
You can score huge savings this fall at Mitchell Buick GMC. This is the truck for you. You can save $12,000 off this 2025 GMC Sierra. Designed to transform everyday moments, you could get this Buick Encore for only $24,380. Crafted to provide a first-class experience, you can save $3,500 on this 2025 Buick Enclave. You can score huge savings this fall at Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
And we're back. While we were out, 5-yard gain. I don't know if it was a pass or a rush. We're trying to figure out, but it was a 5-yard gain. So 2nd down and 5 for the Jim Ned Indians from their own 28-yard line. So Gwynn, 5-yard pickup on the run. The quarterback, number 11, I believe is what it was. And now he takes his helmet off and trots to the sideline. Not sure what's going on there. Now they got the official looking at his helmet. What? Okay, this is a new one for me. The official goes over to look at Cash Gwynn, the quarterback's helmet, and now they're examining it. I have no idea. Cash Gwynn has another helmet now, so he's Now we're on hold here for equipment timeout, I suppose. The white hat talking to the Wallhawk sideline now, and now he walks over towards the Jim Ned sideline. And I think we're ready to go now as the ball's whistled in, and the Indians scrimmaging from their own 28-yard line, and they will set up. And Cash Gwynn with Aiden Ellis once again in the backfield with him, and Ellis shifts to his left, and now Cash Gwynn just hands it to Ellis, coming to the near side, cuts it up inside, and a Oasis Crop Insurance first down on that run by Aiden Ellis. And that'll be placed down at the 37 of Jim Ned. So Jim Ned's picked up some yards here on this Hawk defense, which to this game has been very stellar. But in this game, they're just giving up chunks of yardage. Still no points scored. But this Hawk offense is going to have to wake up. Maybe brew him some coffee, wake up, smell the coffee, get an Egg McMuffin. I don't know. Cash Gwynn now will take the snap, gives it to Ellis. Ellis to the far side, 40, 45, and he's pushed out of bounds right at the Jim Ned 45-yard line. That'll be a couple of yards short on the play. And 1 minute and 13 seconds left here in the first quarter, so a very slow-moving first quarter. Goodness gracious. And so now, 2nd down and 2 for the Indians from their own 45-yard line. Trips to the near side, 1 back. And that is Stone Griffin. And now the ball is just given to Griffin, and Griffin's going to be hauled down maybe a yard on the play to the 46-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd and 1.5, we'll call it, for the Hawks, as a couple of substitutions. Samaniego comes off the field. Bennett Branch comes off the field. And now 3rd and officially 1 for the Indians, as they're just going to let the clock, I believe they're going to let the clock, nope, they're going to come to the line of scrimmage, waiting to see if they're going to let the clock roll all the way down, but Gwynn has them at the line of scrimmage. Gwynn with the snap, just a simple give to number 5, Griffin, and that is going to be stuffed by the Hawks, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 3, 2-yard loss on the play by Stone Griffin, actually 1 yard, so they're going to mark it at the Indians' 45-yard line. And now the clock ticks down to the end of the fourth quarter. It's going to be 4th down and 2 for Jim Ned. And it looks like they're going to line up in punt formation. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. No score. We got a good one going on, just like we thought it would be. You're watching Wall Hawks football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
At Texas Bank, we believe in the power of relationships. Our roots are our customers, the lifeblood of our business. We're more than just a bank. We're your trusted financial partner, committed to building lasting connections and providing personalized service that exceeds your expectations. From helping you achieve your financial goals to supporting you through life's changes, we're here for you every step of the way. Experience the difference of banking with people who truly care.
Check out why First Community Federal Credit Union is the #1 local auto lender in the Concho Valley.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. So be smart, bank smart, and contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
Welcome back to Wall Hawks football on Concho Sports Network, First Community Federal Credit Union, and now Jim Ned lining up to, actually they faked the punt, a direct snap, and that's going to be Aiden Ellis, and Aiden Ellis is going to lean forward to get an Oasis crop insurance first down, so a little trickeration by the Indians as a direct snap to Aiden Ellis, who was the up back in that punt formation, and he just ran straight through the Wall Hawk defense to the Hawks' 48-yard line, and the Indians, with the aforementioned Oasis crop insurance first down now, will scrimmage from their own 48, or from the Hawk 48-yard line, so another first down. And the Indians are just rolling up yards and first downs, but still no points on the board. And now Mason Miller trots off the field for the Indians, as now Jim Ned is looking to the sideline. Now it looks like there's going to be a delay of game on the Indians. That's going to be 5 yards. That's going to mark it back inside Jim Ned territory to the 47-yard line. So hiccups galore here. Very, very disjointed game so far, both in the broadcast and in the gameplay itself. There must be something in the air tonight. Gwynn takes the snap, rolls to the near side, just tucks it away. He's going to run it now, and he runs straight in to Caden McFarden. And Caden McFarden said, not today, Hoss, and took him to the ground, maybe a yard gain on the play. So it'll be 2nd down. So you can see on the instant replay, the Postal Annex instant replay. He ran right into Caden McFarden. McFarden took him right straight to the ground right there. Also showing up was number 48, Dylan Sellers. Excuse me, that went down the wrong way there. And now a quick throw on a little slant route intended for Breck Lawson. That's incomplete. That's going to bring up third down for Jim Ned. I hate when I'm talking and whatever it was just goes down in the windpipe there, and I start hacking like I smoke 15 packs a day, which I don't, just for the record. Can't afford it. Anyway, third down and 13 now for the Jim Ned Indians from their own 49-yard line. Gwynn gets the snap, retreats. Here comes the pass rush, little screen pass, and right there on it, trying to get that number, that was number 13 on the tackle. Jacob Braden, the senior linebacker, sniffed that screen out right away and was able to tackle the receiver, and so that'll bring up a fourth down and 14 for Jim Ned, and they'll send the punt team out and see if the Wall Hawks are looking for that fake this time. So this defense now of Wall is stiffening, seeing what the Indians are bringing and are able to stuff it. Now another rugby-style punt, and that one's going to land at the 30 and roll out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it. At the 28, 27-yard line, 9:35 left here in the second quarter. Still no score. It'll be Wall Hawk football. We're going to keep it right here because I know they're going to come right out and get on the ball, and here we are. So marked at the 27-yard line of Wall. And it looks like that's going to be Evan Bailey to the far side. It looks like Hagan Barbie was going to be on the near side. Now he trots over to the far side, lines up in the slot. It looks like Kyler O'Neal is going to be the H-back. And now a little toss to Brady Neal. And Neal, still not a lot of running room. He gets to the 30-yard line, a 3-yard pickup. Was that Brady Neal, or was that? I think that was Jagger Thompson, not Brady Neal. It's tough to see numbers, but now the Hawks are going to line up with an empty backfield. 5 receivers, 3 to the near side, 2 to the far side. And now Reed Robertson's going to go in motion to the far side. York drops straight back, looks downfield. The pass is going to be caught now by Reed Robertson. So Reed redeeming himself, number 1. Redeeming himself with that catch and run. See where they mark the ball down. They're going to mark it at the 46-yard line of Jim Ned. And now the snap comes back. York straight back. He throws downfield. That's going to be caught by number 23 yet again, Hagan Barbie. So now the Hawks are clicking. Now they got that offense rolling, as that's another Oasis Crop Insurance first down following the other Oasis Crop Insurance first down. And that's going to put it at the Jim Ned 24-yard line, just outside the Angelo MRI red zone. And now York with Brady Neal to his right. He rolls to the near side, tosses it downfield, just overthrown. Reed Robertson was down there. Reed Robertson looked like he had a step on that cornerback. And it looks like Hagan Barbie went to the ground. There was a Wall Hawk on the ground. And now there's going to be an injury timeout. We're going to take a break. You're watching Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your...
And welcome back to Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network, First Community Federal Credit Union. And now the carry, Brady Neal on the carry, trying to figure out where they're going to mark him down at. They're going to put him down inside the Angelo MRI red zone at the Jim Ned 19-yard line. Trying to see if is that an Oasis Crop Insurance first down. So York now will get the snap with Brady Neal in the backfield, and he's going to retreat. He's looking downfield, corner of the end zone, toss, and oh my, Reed Robertson had it for a moment, and it came out of his hands when he hit the ground. Once again, Reed Robertson is not covered, even when he is covered, but he did not come down with that one. Here's the Postal Annex instant replay. You can see he was going Reed's way all the way, caught it, and he did not survive contact with the ground, so that is an incomplete pass. I believe they're going to call that incomplete. Actually, wait a minute. Are they calling that a touchdown? Hold on. Hold the phone. Was there a penalty on the play? So there was a penalty on that play, Olivas Roofing and Solar penalty. So the Hawks will have it inside the 10-yard line with 7 minutes to go here in the half. Landon York with two backs. He's got Brady Neal, and then he puts Hagan Barbie in motion, and now the fake toss. Oh, another drop in the end zone. Evan Bailey had it in his hands and dropped it. Another drop by the Wall Hawks. We're talking 4 drops. Postal Annex instant replay. The fake there by York. Nice little fake. He had Bailey open in the end zone, and Bailey just dropped the football. My, oh my, the Hawks all out of sorts right now. This has got to be driving Launderholm crazy, the offensive coordinator for the Hawks. So now, second down from the 9, and now a fake toss. Reed Robertson doing Reed Robertson things. Touchdown, Wall Hawks. So there you go. After a drop in the end zone by Evan Bailey, Reed Robertson comes back. It's normally a fade route. This time he runs a little post route, little slant route to the post, and York just laid it up there for him. Reed Robertson, nobody on him, catches the football. Touchdown, Wall Hawks. And so now the extra point forthcoming is the snap, the ball, the kick is up, and it is good. So Tyler Kleinsmith, after missing a couple in that first game, is now hit 7 for 7 or 8 for 8 in a row now. And so now that is putting the Hawks up 7-0. Ignore that score bug on your screen. It is not 6-6. It is 7-0 Wall Hawks. And awaiting the Shirts Landscape kickoff here at Jim Ned Stadium in Tuscola, Texas. And there you have it. So nice drive by the Wall Hawks, and capped off by a 9-yard touchdown pass from Landon York to Reed Robertson. But I'm telling you, there's just been at least 4 drops that I've counted so far, maybe more, but there's been at least 4 drops that have been on target by Landon York, and his receivers have not helped him out. So Rob Launderholm, the offensive coordinator for Wall, is probably about ready to bite nails and spit tips or whatever at people for, just start spitting nails at him, because he's got to be just beside himself. Nevertheless, Wall leading 7-0. The Shirts Landscape kickoff coming from Kleinsmith. He puts foot to the ball, and a little squib kick going to come down at the 12-yard line by Breck Lawson. Lawson is up to the 30-yard line, gets across the Indians 30, and they're going to mark it at the 31-yard line. Trying to see how much time left in the half. We'll get you here in a moment. The Postal Annex instant replay. You can see Lawson on the nice little return, breaks a tackle, and then brought down by the Hawks at the 31-yard line. And now the Indians will scrimmage from their own 31 as they now trail 7-0. They were keeping this one well in control, but now the Hawks, after that nice drive on their last possession, first 3 possessions, no first downs, and then that last possession absolutely just marched it right down the field and stuck it in the end zone. And now the pitch to Aiden Ellis. He's coming to the near side, and Wall defense said, no, sir. That's big number 70, 705 and counting here. Saw big number 70, Cone Braden, down there plugging the holes, and making stops. 6:55 and counting here from Jim Ned Stadium, Tuscola, Texas, just on the outskirts of lovely Abilene, Texas, home of Dyess Air Force Base. Shout out to all those men and women serving at Dyess, working those B1s and C-130s. Thankfully, in my 24.5 years, I stayed away from all the heavies. I worked just fighters, so here we are. And now Gwynn, Aiden Ellis shifts to his left. Gwynn takes the snap, gives it to Ellis, and boom, right there was number 15, Slayton Hallmark, was able to take Aiden Ellis to the ground, and it looks like that's going to be about a yard loss on the Postal Annex instant replay. You can see it right here. The handoff went to Ellis, and Slayton Hallmark said, nope, I got this, and takes him down at the Jim Ned 28-yard line, a couple of yards lost. And now that'll bring up a 3rd down and 12 for Wall, possibly 13, maybe closer to 13. And now Gwynn sets up in a pistol set, now puts Ellis in motion again. Gets the snap, rolls to the far side, looking downfield, throws it, and that's going to be incomplete, and that's going to bring up another 4th down. So now, after some success on their first 3 possessions, Jim Ned has stalled on this one, and they're going to go 3 and out on this drive. The Hawks now have an opportunity to assert their will on this Jim Ned team that's very scrappy. Very wiry. 5:36 left, as you can see the play clock counting down. 4th down and 13 for Jim Ned. The Indians line up in a punt formation. Already pulled some trickeration off punt formation earlier, but with a 4th and 13. Quite sure they're not going to, and that's a little bit of a low line drive, and that's going to roll out of bounds. Going to give Wall great field position as it rolls out of bounds at the Wall 45-yard line. 1st and 10 from the Hawks 45. And waiting to see, are they going to come right to the line of scrimmage? Yes, they are. Placed down at the 45. We'll keep it right here as the Hawks will start with an Oasis Crop Insurance 1st down. And Landon York once again in that shotgun spread formation. He's got Reed Robertson and Hagan Barbie to the near side. One receiver to the far side. Now he puts the H-back in motion. Now he's going to go deep down the field. Oh, goodness gracious. He had Evan Bailey wide open. 3 steps on the Indian defender, and it just over the edge of, just out of reach for Evan Bailey. Yeah, here on the Postal Annex instant replay. You can see he does that little fake to Brady Neal. Great protection for Landon York. And right downfield, you can see just over the reach of Evan Bailey, the junior wide receiver who's got tons of speed. So 2nd down now as that one's incomplete. And now a little fake and a keeper by York, and he's going to pick up 5 yards. Make it 4 yards, as he gets to the 48-yard line. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 6 for the Wall Hawks. Scoreboard says 7, so we'll go 3rd and 7. As you look inside the Concho Sports Network production room here, as I'm kicked back, this chair isn't as comfortable as it looks, I assure you. Our producer Damon got the nice chair, and now just a little jet sweep, handoff, down to the Jim Ned 47-yard line. That's Jagger Thompson, the junior wide receiver and cornerback. And that's going to bring up a 4th down and 2, as it's going to be marked at the 47 of Jim Ned, and it looks like the Hawks are going to punt. So Coach Craig Slaughter not willing to roll the dice just yet with a 4th and 2, but from the Jim Ned 47-yard line, he's going to bring on his punter, Levi King, who is not a bad safety in his own right. And the snap and the kick, and that's going to roll down into the end zone for a touchback. So not exactly what King wanted, I'm sure. As you can see, the clock's at 4:13 here in the first half. So the Jim Ned Indians will get it at the 20-yard line. We're going to take a break. You're watching Wall Hawks football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
In Texas, driving trucks is woven into the fabric of our culture. At Mitchell Toyota, we know it as truck country, plain and simple. Built right here in Texas, Tundra is the truck for you. Get this new 2025 Tundra with 1.75% APR for 72 months or save $7,000. This Tacoma is only $39,485 or 3.99% APR for 60 months. Toyota, where we...
And welcome back to Wallhawks football on Concho Sports Network, brought to you by First Community Federal Credit Union. And the snap was high, brought down by Gwynn, handed off to Garen Beasley, and Beasley is going to be out of bounds at the 34-yard line. So an Oasis Crop Insurance first down, a pickup of 14 on a little toss play. You can see here on the Postal Annex instant replay, that's actually going to be a pass, because he tossed that forward to Beasley, and Beasley broke a couple of tackles, a little nice bit of running there, and gets out of bounds at the 33-yard line. And now 34-yard line, 1st and 10, Oasis Crop Insurance first down. And the snap, and a little swing pass now outside to Stone Griffin, and Griffin's going to be met immediately by that Hawk defense, so they're not having that anymore. And you can see our old colleague down there right by the down marker. That's Larry Holscher, our old colleague here from the Concho Sports broadcasting crew. He's back on the sideline as the secondary coach for the Wallhawks. Larry, we miss you, but we're glad you're doing what you love to do. So shout out to Larry Holscher out down on that sideline. Great job, Larry. We love you, man. We miss you. So now 2nd down from the 33-yard line for the Indians, and now another give inside, and that's going to be stomped on by the Hawks. That's going to be Jacob Braden once again getting in there, as that was given to Garen Beasley, and Jacob Braden said, I don't think so. He wasn't having none of that. Who else was in there? It looked like Jacob Braden was in there, and then number 48, of course, always around the football, Dylan Sellers was in there. And so now that's going to bring up a 3rd down and just under 10 yards from the 32-yard line for Jim Ned. Gwynn gets ready, takes the snap, retreats, straight back. Here comes the pass rush. He gets pressured, throws downfield, incomplete. And it almost picked off by Bryson McFarden playing safety back there, but could not make it a clean grab, as you can see here on the Postal Annex instant replay. And now that's going to be bring up a 4th and 12. But you can see here, great defense. That pass rush coming off the edge was Ben Taylor. Taylor could not quite get to Gwynn, and that throw did hit the ground. It was intended for number 1, Garen Beasley. So not happening now. And so now the Jim Ned Indians will line up for another punt. Now the last 2 possessions, they have had to punt the ball. This one wasn't a 3-and-out, as they did pick up a first down. And now that snap is bad, and coming up with it, number 21, Jake Tesselman was unable to clean. He got a bad snap. That was not on young Jake there, as the snap just kind of rolled back to him and then bounced past him. He could not field it, and all he could do was just grab it and go down. And the Hawks all over that one. So the Hawks now, after that turnover, great field position inside the Angelo MRI red zone. 2:26 left here in the first half. And the Wallhawks with a great opportunity here to put another score on the board before halftime. And it looks like that's going to – Kyler O'Neill's going to be at the H-back position. Reed Robertson to the near sideline. Brady Neal is the back. Brady Neal gets the catch on a little outside give. Neal, 5. Nope, marked out at the 1-yard line. Me and Adam both marked out at the 2-yard line. Excuse me. Brady Neal gets – and wait a minute. Flag on the play. Postal Annex instant replay, but there is no Levis Roofing and Solar penalty on the play. And it looks like – trying to see – I'd missed the call from – Senor White Hat, but that's going to be a big one. That's going to be marked all the way back to the Hawk 28-yard line, 27-yard line. Had to be an illegal block or a clip of some sort, chop block perhaps. Right there. Yep, there it is. 77 on a chop block went low. Rylan Scandalari went low on his defender. So from the 27-yard line, first and goal. Tell me how many times you've heard that. And now another flag. So Wall, after getting great field position at the 10, at the 8, is just keeps going backwards now. And now 5 more yards marked off. Another Olivas Roofing and Solar penalty. And so now the Hawks, at their 32-yard line of Jim Ned, have moved outside the Angelo MRI red zone. And so now they've got a heck of an opportunity here, about to go by the boards. And York now just throws a little swing pass to Reed Robertson. Got blocking, cuts to the near side. Oh, he is absolutely flipped head over heels inside the 25-yard line. Reed Robertson on the reception gets to the 24-yard line, and it'll be second and goal from the 24-yard line for the Wall Hawks. Reed Robertson on that reception. And now it's going to be a timeout called. Actually, that's going to be the 2-minute warning. I forgot we have that 2-minute warning now in high school football. And so 2 minutes, and we'll take a break. You're watching Wall Hawk Football on Concho Sports Network, brought to you by First Community Federal Credit Union.
See friendship being
And welcome back to Wall Hawk Football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Second and goal from the 24-yard line now. That just sounds wild. Second and goal from the 20. That's what happens when you get a great opportunity and then you get an unnecessary roughness chop block penalty and then a false start penalty. So now second down and goal. Hawks have been in worse positions before. We'll see what they can do. Hagan Barbie in motion. Now he comes back across the formation. York looking downfield. Oh, he's got a receiver wide open. Oh, it was dropped again. Brady Neal wide open downfield, and he dropped it again. Oh, my. Post-Atlantic's instant replay. I want to see that one. I think that one was knocked away. I think I'm over-dramatizing that one. Yep, that was number 6 for Jim Ned. Camden Lewis came over at the he had Brady Neal open, and Camden Lewis came racing across and knocked it away at the last second. But still, great play by Camden Lewis. York now retreats straight back, has a receiver open, Hagan Barbie, and again, Camden Lewis making a nice stop as he hit Barbie at the last possible second and knocked the ball away. So some great defense by these Indians out here right now. See, the pass was right on the money to Hagan Barbie. Woo! It looked like Lewis may have got there a step early. Oh, I don't know about that one. And so Klein Smith now will come out to try a field goal from the 30-yard line. 41-yard attempt now. We'll snap back. The kick is up, and it's going to be good. Tyler Kleinsmith, you have yourself a 41-yard field goal, young man. I am so proud of Tyler Kleinsmith. After struggling in that first game with some extra points, that young man just hit himself a 41-yard field goal. Have yourself a highlight. We're going to put that on the coach's show this week. Yes, we are. 41 yards. And now 10-0, the Hawks lead. Let's get a couple of reads in here. Fans, check out why First Community, we keep talking about them, is the #1 local auto lender. With great rates on new, used, or refinance autos and a variety of payment options, they can help make your payment fit your budget. And that's what we all need, don't we? So be smart, bank smart. Apply online at 1cfcu.org or give them a call at 325-653-1465. Rates and terms based on approved credit. So 10-0 now for the Hawks against these Jim Ned Indians from Tuscola, Texas. And now getting ready for the Shirts Landscape kickoff. And the Hawks somehow this game feels like it should be a lot more wide open, but just some drops, some untimely penalties, some great defensive play by the Jim Ned Indians. I got to give it. That Camden Lewis, he's a beast back there in that defensive backfield. Now, Klein Smith will kick it off, kicks it high. It will come down, and he's feeling it now as he kicks that one through the end zone for the Wall Hawks, and Jim Ned will get it 1st and 10. I believe they'll mark that at the 25-yard line. 1:41 left in the half. We'll see now, does Coach Jonathan McClure come out and put it in the air and throw it downfield, or does he just try to run the clock out? Of course, I said that last week, and the Hawks went 75 yards or 79 yards in 2 plays to score against the Brownwood Lions. Folks, want to let you know that if you're in the market for a new car or truck, we mentioned First Community Federal Credit Union Financing, go see the folks at Mitchell Automotive Group. That's Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road and Mitchell Buick GMC on Sherwood Way. Go get you a vehicle and then get you some financing through First Community Federal Credit Union. The best of both worlds. There you go. 2 birds, 1 stone. Or 1 stone and 2 birds. However, so now the Indians will scrimmage from their own 25-yard line. And Gwen, now the snap goes over Gwen's head, and he's just going to fall on it at the 6-yard line. And now that clock is stopped, and they're going to mark that one down at the 8-yard line. You see here on the replay, that snap, it wasn't that Gwen wasn't ready for it. It just went 3 yards above his head and rolled all the way back inside the 10-yard line. He falls on it, and let's see where they mark it. And timeout was called with 1:34 left here in the first half. The Hawks, I'm sure, called timeout to preserve some time. We having a good time here in the Concho Sports Network broadcasting booth here from the Concho Sports Studio. Across the hall, we got our compadres calling the Lakeview game, who they're playing up in Lamesa. We'll get you some updates from around the area here during the halftime. We're going to let you watch the halftime show, and then we'll come back shortly before the end of halftime and give you the Pixelcast Media halftime show, give you some updates and some scores and maybe some stats. As best as we can give it, because, yeah, trying to do stats off a screen is a little difficult sometimes. My buddy Adam over here, he's keeping up with it, doing a great job. So from the 8-yard line, this is going to be 2nd down and Abilene for Jim Ned in Tuscola. First time this year I broke that one out. And now just an inside give to Aiden Ellis, and Ellis is going to be brought down maybe a yard. Maybe nothing, but he's going to be brought down at the 8-yard line. So that'll bring up a 3rd down, and it may even be a 3rd down and Anson. It's a little further than Abilene, so Anson north of Abilene, of course. Shouting out all the Texas towns out here. Maybe 3rd down in Cisco. I don't know. Cisco may be a little bridge too far. So just want to let you know, folks, that Pixelcast Media, Concho Sports Network, privileged to bring you these broadcasts. We're trying these new broadcasts from the road, and sometimes we do have hiccups. We thank you for your patience. And just as I say that, we have a little issue with the camera. So now we kind of lost the feed for a moment, but we'll get it back here in just a minute. The Wall Hawks leading with just over a minute left here in the first half. And here we are in the studio. Welcome back inside the studio, fans. Glad to see you. I know this is not the face you want to see, but hey, here we are. So you're welcome. Only my wife would enjoy this face, and that's probably a little iffy itself. So shout out to Josie if she's watching tonight. Don't know. She may already be asleep. She takes advantage of these nights when I'm out to go to bed early. But shout out to Josie. Love you, babe. Mwah. Back at you. All right. Do we have our feedback, or are we still out? We're still out, so we're going to take a break, run some commercials, and we'll be back after this.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Welcome back to Wall Hawks football on Concho Sports Network, brought to you by First Community Federal Credit Union. And the ball is marked down at the 25-yard line. Not sure what happened there. My apologies. That it's going to be now 4th down, and Jim Ned lining up to punt. Last time they lined up to punt, the snap went over the punter's head, and the Wall Hawks got great field position. So now here comes the punt. The snap's good. The rugby-style punt is up, and it is going to roll out of bounds right around the 44-yard line of Jim Ned, and that's going to give Wall outstanding field position. And shout out to Kurt Braden, who was cared enough to text me a lovely message. So Kurt, we love you. Thank you for your words of encouragement. I say that with tongue planted firmly in cheek. Known Kurt Braden for a few years now. A great guy. Ball marked down at the 44 of Jim Ned for Wall, as they will try to put another score in the end zone here before halftime from Tuscola, Texas. And York gets the snap, retreats. Now he's going to come down that near sideline. He's got Reed Robertson. Is that Reed? Yep, Reed Robertson doing Reed Robertson things as he hauls in another one. Slaughter says it all the time. That man's never covered even when he is covered. And there is an Olivas Roofing and Solar penalty flag on the play. And it's holding on the defense. That will be declined, and that'll be an Oasis Crop Insurance first down. So good job by the Hawks. Again, Reed Robertson doing those Reed Robertson things, hauls that one down. The Hawks inside the Angelo MRI red zone, 1st and goal. York give to Brady Neal. Neal breaks a tackle, cuts it up inside, and now on the ball, 45, 44, 43, the clock running. Hawks on the ball quickly. York with the snap, clocks it, and 3rd and goal for the Hawks from the 6-yard line of Jim Ned. As they move, the Hawks do inside that Angelo MRI red zone, as we mentioned. But what a play. I know I talk a lot about Reed Robertson, but this young man, and he has had a drop tonight, and I'll call him out on that, but I'll overlook that after that great catch down that near sideline he had. So now 3rd and goal from the 6, the Hawks scrimmage. 37 seconds left here in the first half, and now play stop, flag flies, and probably false start. Yep, there it is, false start. Wall, mark it off. 3rd and goal from the 11. Another Oliva Roofing and Solar penalty flag. The Hawks, after playing 2 really clean games the first 2 weeks of the season, they've been very, very spotty and shaky in this one. Particularly committed some penalties that just haven't been there previous games. York now takes the snap, he retreats, looks to the far side, now pumps, now pulls back, now throws. Hagen Barbie, touchdown, Wall Hawks. He just waited for Hagen to clear across that end zone and just hits him, laid it perfectly in there. Hagen Barbie, all he had to do was catch it, put it away, and the Wall Hawks on an 11-yard touchdown pass from Landon York to Hagen Barbie now leads 16-0, pending the extra point by Tyler Kleinsmith. Oh my, that was a drive right there. And now the extra point from Kleinsmith. And the snap back, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So Kleinsmith just continues to amaze and impress, and the Wall Hawks put that one in the end zone. We're going to take a quick break. Actually, we're going to watch the Postal Annex instant replay. You can see here York retreats, pumps to the outside. He sees Barbie breaking open. He just laid it up there perfectly, and all Barbie had to do was run underneath it, clutch it, make that catch. Let's take a quick break. You're watching Wall Hawk Football, Concho Sports Network.
Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services for all your photo and video needs. Call 325-245-9663. Oh, and we also do sports. Call today.
Check out why.
And you're watching Wall Hawk Football on Concho Sports Network, brought to you by First Community Federal Credit Union. As we get ready for the Shirts Landscape Kickoff, we want to give a quick shout out to Owen, celebrating his 13th birthday today. So I hope you're still watching. I hope you haven't turned the volume down because the game's pretty cool. The voice, it's kind of iffy. But Owen, happy birthday, Hoss. Hope you have a good one. And now the Shirts Landscape Kickoff. Klein Smith gets ready, kicks, and the kick is going to be a short squib kick fielded at the 25-yard line and brought out to the 38, and that's where the Indians will scrimmage with just under 30 seconds left here in the first half. So after some starts and stops and early sputtering by this Wall Hawk offense, they've turned it around on these last 3 drives and have put 17 unanswered on the board to take a 17-0 lead over the Jim Ned Indians. Once again, welcome back inside the Concho Sports Network broadcasting booth. We're glad you're with us tonight. Hope you enjoy it. I hope you stay tuned through the hiccups. We have had some hiccups. That's okay. Zach up there at Abilene, up in Tuscola, doing a great job. Damon back here. We'll have to get him on camera eventually. Doing a great job producing. Of course, Adam running our stats. What a great job. There's the thumbs up from Zach. Way to go, Zach. We love you, man. And so now Gwynn will get the snap. And he takes it, gives it just a simple give to Aiden Ellis. And Ellis is going to cross midfield and be dragged down at the 47-yard line of Wall. And that'll be 1st and 10 with just 2 seconds left here in the first half from Indian Stadium, Jim Ned, ISD. 2nd down and 1, and timeout's called now. 1 second left, 2 seconds left. 17-0 Wall leading. It's been an interesting game, for lack of a better term, and Wall is now starting to turn it around a little bit, but early on it just dropped. I have never seen Wall drop this many passes. It's just so unusual for me, but now they've really turned it around. Somebody got in somebody's backside on that sideline because I tell you what, the last 3 drives, they've just completely flipped the script and turned this thing around. So Jim Ned now with 1 more play left, 2nd and 1. And again, we want to remind you at halftime, we're going to keep it here, hopefully give you a look at the Wall Hawk halftime show. Don't know if it'll be facing the stands or facing the home stands. We'll see here in a minute. But Gwynn's going to take the snap. He's going to drop back, and now he's just going to run, and that's going to be a sack to end the half. That's going to be, is that going to be Klein Smith? That's Tyler Kleinsmith coming in for the sack, and I couldn't catch that other number, but that's going to take us to halftime. The Wall Hawks leading 17-0 from Jim Ned Stadium, Indian Stadium, Jim Ned High School in Tuscola, Texas. You're watching Wall Hawk Football on Concho Sports Network, brought to you by First Community Federal Credit Union. Stay tuned for the halftime show.
Check out why First Community Federal Credit Union is the #1 local auto lender in the Concho Valley.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. So be smart, bank smart, and contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
Cotton farming in the Concho Valley, that's risky business. Specializing in crop insurance and serving local family farmers for over 15 years, Oasis Crop Insurance understands those risks firsthand. That's why year in and year out, from the first seed you plant to the last boll you harvest, Oasis Crop Insurance is your risk management partner.
Oasis Crop Insurance, service from paradise.
San Angelo, it's time to invest in your home and protect your future. Olivas Restoration and Solar, your trusted partner in roofing, solar, insulation, and fencing. Call Olivas Restoration and Solar today for your free consultation.
You can score huge savings this fall at Mitchell Buick GMC. This is the truck for you. You can save $12,000 off this 2025 GMC Sierra. Designed to transform everyday moments, you could get this Buick Encore for only $24,380. Crafted to provide a first-class experience, you can save $3,500 on this 2025 Buick Enclave. You can score huge savings this fall at Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
At Texas Bank, we believe in the power of relationships. Our roots are our customers, the lifeblood of our business. We're more than just a bank. We're your trusted financial partner, committed to building lasting connections and providing personalized service that exceeds your expectations. From helping you achieve your financial goals to supporting you through life's changes, we're here for you every step of the way. Experience the difference of banking with people who truly care.
Check out why First Community Federal Credit Union is the #1 local auto lender in the Concho Valley.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. So be smart, bank smart, and contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
In Texas, driving trucks is woven into the fabric of our culture. At Mitchell Toyota, we know it as truck country, plain and simple. Built right here in Texas, Tundra is the truck for you. Get this new 2025 Tundra with 1.75% APR for 72 months or save $7,000. This Tacoma is only $39,485 or 3.99% APR for 60 months. Toyota, where we put the deal back in dealership.
About $8 or $10.
Friendship being
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services for all your photo and video needs. Call 325-245-9663. Oh, and we also do sports. Call today.
Check out.
And welcome back to Wall Hawk Football on Concho Sports Network, brought to you by First Community Federal Credit Union. And welcome to the Pixelcast Media Halftime Show. We'd like to welcome you back into the Concho Sports Broadcasting booth. Booth being a loose term. It's more like a room. I'm Russ Howard, joined by Adam doing stats and Damon producing for us tonight. But want to talk a little bit about that first half. So what a weird first half it was. For the first quarter, Wall was absolutely out of sorts, as was Jim Ned. Jim Ned put a lot of yards up in that first half, but didn't get any points. Wall, however, woke up in that second quarter and put 17 on the board, and now leads 17-0. A few stats for you real quick. On the rushing side of the ball, Brady Neal has 5 carries, 11 yards, and Jagger Thompson 2 carries for 8 yards, and then Landon York throwing the ball. Very odd, 7 out of 16 for 100 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Now, a lot of those incompletions, not his fault. There's at least 4 drops that I counted that hit his receivers in the hands, and they just weren't able to secure the catch, as well as some good defense by Jim Ned. The Indians have laid some hits out there at the secondary and knocked some of those passes free. And then receiving, of course, Reed Robertson, as I always say, doing Reed Robertson things. 4 catches, 76 yards and a touchdown. Hagan Barbie, 2 catches, 22 yards, and then Jagger Thompson a catch for 2 yards. And for the Jim Ned Indians, Aiden Ellis, 11 carries, 48 yards. Cash Gwynns had 7 carries, only 6 yards, so he's been shut down trying to run from that quarterback position. And then throwing the ball, 5 out of 11 for 28 yards. So Beasley, Aiden, I keep forgetting his name. Garen Beasley, my bad. I apologize to the Beasley family. 2 catches, 21 yards. Lawson, 2 catches, 9 yards. So you can see it's Jim Ned in that first quarter was moving the ball pretty well, just unable to get points on the board. And then in the second half, Wall really woke up and started playing some excellent defense. I mean, Tyler Kleinsmith was the play. Slayton Hallmark made a couple of good plays. Cade McFarden. I mean, just all over the place. Of course, as always, Samaniego making some great plays, and Cone Braden, and just a bunch of guys out there making some great plays on that defense. But that's going to do it for the Pixelcast Media Halftime Show. Want to remind you real quick, if you want to watch Concho Sports Network games live on your big screen TV, all you have to do is install the CSN Roku or Amazon Fire TV app. You can install them now on either device just by searching Concho Sports on Roku and Fire TV. Go ahead and check it out. to get the best viewing experience. I'll tell you, I have it installed at home on all of my Rokus. I'm telling you, that's the best way to watch this stuff on the big old 55-inch or 75-inch if you're independently wealthy, or even an 80-inch if you've got one of those. You can watch the lovely, but not right now with this face on screen. This face on a 75-inch, nobody wants to see that. However, get that app and install it. You're watching Wall Hawk Football on Concho Sports Network, brought to you by First Community Federal Credit Union, here on the Pixelcast Media Halftime Show. We'll be back after this.
Why First Community Federal Credit Union is the #1 local auto lender in the Concho Valley.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. So be smart, bank smart, and contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
And welcome back to Wall Hawk Football on Concho Sports Network, brought to you by First Community Federal Credit Union as the Wall Hawks, the visiting Wall Hawks now, and Jim Ned Indian Stadium take the field. You can see them coming back on the field. You see the Wall Hawk faithful there on the visitor sideline. Good to see Wall Hawks. Coach Slaughter mentioned on the coaches show this past week, he mentioned that Wall travels really well, he said, but Jim Ned travels well too, which last year, we didn't even talk about last year's game. Last year's game against Jim Ned, it kind of started like this one. Wall was up 17-0. Jim Ned came all the way back, took a 24-17 lead, and then after that, Wall drove back down, scored the potential tying touchdown, and then went for two and won it on a walk-off. I think that's one of the coolest games I ever had the opportunity to call. I'm up in the booth screaming, "Hawks win, Hawks win!" And Larry Holster, who was on the calling lead, goes, "Hey, Russ, there's still 5 seconds left." And there was, so the Hawks had to kick it off and then tackled the Indian returner, and that was ball game. But yeah, so just a great game. So here we are, fixing to start the second half. The Hawks, here we are again, up 17-0. They're going to kick it off to Jim Ned, so we'll see what happens. We gave you some stats. We gave you some insights. So let's see what happens here in this second half as we get ready for the Shirts Landscape kickoff. And just over in San Angelo Stadium, just up the road from the Concho Sports Studios here, the Central Bobcats just scored to close the gap with Abilene Cooper to a 21-17. They came out of halftime trailing 14-10. Abilene Cooper put a touchdown on the board. Central just came back on what looked like a long touchdown pass and now cut that lead to 21-14. So Lakeview putting a hurting on Lamesa up in Lamesa tonight as well. We mentioned that the Lakeview Chief broadcast team is across the hall from us here in the beautiful Concho Sports Network studios. The HQ, as it were. And now Klein Smith kicks it off for the Hawks. It's going to come down, bounce at the 20, be picked up at the 15. Coming back with it is Gavin Brooks, and Brooks is going to break a tackle or two before the Hawks say, "Yeah, I think this is it for you." And he'll be marked down, I believe, at the 31. Are they going to give him the 32-yard line? Yep, they're giving the 32-yard line. So that's where Jim Ned will scrimmage from, just inside their own 32. And Quinn will come back out at running the pivot for the Hawks. Shout out to my daughter, who apparently is watching the game with my wife. Guess she went over to the house, sent me a screenshot of my lovely visage on screen. I'm going to use that to kill the roaches later. So the snap back to Gwynn. He fakes the handoff, rolls to the far side, looking downfield, looking, throws, and it's going to be caught. Cutting back to the inside across midfield, 40, 35, brought down there. That is number 9 for the Indians, Gavin Brooks. And we just mentioned the comeback that these Indians had last year on the Postal Annex instant replay. You can see it here. He hit number 9, Brooks, right there, and Brooks caught it. Contested catch, cut back inside, cross midfield, got to the Wall Hawk 35-yard line for the Oasis Crop Insurance first down. Great play there. Nice catch and run by Brooks. And now the Jim Ned Indians will scrimmage from the Hawk 35-yard line after an opening big chunk play there on the pass, catch and run, and now straight back to pass is Gwynn. He's going to go downfield. He's got a receiver open at the 10. Up and down with the catch is Garrett Beasley. So 2 quick pass plays by the Jim Ned Indians, and boy, they went quickly from their own 32-yard line inside the Angelo MRI red zone. And quickly Gwynn, he's going to throw a little hitch screen to the far sideline and try to see who that was. That was number 2, Breck Lawson on the catch. And Lawson gets inside the 5, marked out at the 3. Is that going to be another Oasis Crop Insurance first down? As the Indians will take over, or will scrimmage from the 3, after 3 plays, and already the Indians threatening to break the horse collar that's been hung around their neck. And the snap back, Gwynn's going to roll to the far side. He's got a receiver open. Oh, he overthrew Garrett Beasley just out of his reach. And so now 2nd down and goal for the Indians. Everybody's a comedian nowadays, texting me while I'm on the air. But you got to love them. All 5 people watching, you got to love them. I kid. And now, Gwynn puts the back in motion, drops straight back. He throws it out to the near side, the far sideline, and he just sailed it over Breck Lawson's head. Breck Lawson had ran what looked like a little stop route, came back towards the ball, and Gwynn just sailed it over his head. So now that'll bring up, I believe it's 4th down. I'm trying to see what the down marker is. 4th and goal from the 3-yard line. 10 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. So 4th down and goal. 3rd down and goal, I apologize. And Gwynn takes a snap. He's going to roll to the near sideline, looking to the end zone, throws back across. Ball's popped up in the end zone. It's going to be caught, but it's not going to be a touchdown. That's going to be deflected. And number 65, Kyle Springer, the offensive lineman, comes down with it. And you can see here on the Post Atlantic's instant replay, the snap, Gwynn rolled to the near sideline, looking into the end zone for a receiver, looking, throws. The ball was deflected high in the air by Hagan Barbie, and coming down with it was Kyle Springer, but he did not break the plane, and that was 4th down and goal. That was 4th down because the Hawks are taking over now on the 1-yard line. So a turnover on downs, and Wall now has to go 99 yards. So not the worst thing in the world that could happen to Jim Ned. And now Landon York will be shotgun in the end zone, and he motions for Jagger Thompson to move in. And now just a simple give to Brady Neal, and Neal is going to be hauled down for no gain. Is all he could do to fight his way. Actually, that wasn't Brady Neal. That was that Jagger Thompson on the carry? Nope, that was Brady Neal. My apologies. Number 6, Brady Neal on the carry. Hauled down, no gain, but he did get back out of the end zone. So 2nd down and 10 now for the Hawks. They scrimmage inside their own 1. And York now puts Kyler O'Neal in motion. And now once again a handoff to Brady. Brady breaks a tackle. 10, 15, 20, 25. Across the 27-yard line, marked down at, I believe they're going to mark him at the 27-yard line. So a big gain by Brady Neal here on the Post Atlantic's instant replay. You can see he broke a tackle. It looked like in the end zone. Number 55 came right at him. He ran right past and broke a tackle there at the 5. Spin move, circle button on the PlayStation 5 controller. And he just moved outside that 25-yard line, and they mark him down. And now another give to Brady Neal, sweeping to the far sideline, across the 30 to about the 32. Trying to see where. Nope, they're going to mark him at the 31-yard line. 2nd down for the Wall Hawks. After that, Oasis Crop Insurance first down. And now Landon York on 2nd down. Sets the offense, calls for the snap, drops straight back, looking downfield across the middle. He has Kellen Oliver, number 2, sliding to the ground. Oasis Crop Insurance first down, another reception marked down at the 43-yard line. So the Hawks now, in 4 plays, have moved from the inside their own 1-yard line to the 43. So quickly flipping the field. If they don't score or gain another yard, that's going to be a game changer right there. They've already moved out of their own end zone. Now a play fake, a little swing pass. Jagger Thompson is going to get across midfield. It's Jagger Thompson, the junior, and that's going to be 7:47 and counting, and that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 2 as the Hawks quickly back to the line as they have moved across midfield to the Jim Ned 49. 2nd down and 2, as we mentioned. York now with trips to the far side, and Reed Robertson to the near side of the field. I believe that's Reed trying to get that number behind the down marker there. And York retreats. Actually, that's Kellen Oliver, not Reed Robertson. And that's going to be downfield, tipped. As he was going, York was trying to fit it in there to Evan Bailey, and the ball was tipped in the air but falls incomplete. So 3rd down and 2 for the Hawks. Over at San Angelo Stadium, Central just went 25 yards on the touchdown pass and now have claimed a 20. Actually, nope, there was a penalty on the play, so they called it back. So just kind of keeping you updated there. York, you can see here on the Postal Annex instant replay. Actually, this is back to live action as York completes it now. Out there to number 11, Evan Bailey, and that's going to be a Oasis Crop Insurance first down, I believe, as they will mark it at the Jim Ned 42. Yep, first down. Just over 7 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter, and the Hawks now on their first possession of the 2nd half, moving very efficiently down the field after a stop on downs inside their own red zone. Now they have driven inside the Jim Ned Indians, and now the handoff to Brady Neal, and Brady Neal cuts back to the far sideline and works his way inside the 30-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 27-yard line of Jim Ned here on the Postal Annex instant replay. You can see it, just a simple give to Neal. Neal just great blocking up front by those offensive linemen, the big guys up front, the big hogs, just tearing holes open in that Indian defensive front. And now the Hawks with a first down on the Jim Ned 28-yard line. York takes the snap, fakes it to Neal, throws it out to Jagger Thompson. Thompson makes one move and cuts inside the 20, gets to the 19-yard line. So another reception by Thompson. Thompson's a great story. He was called up from JV along with Evan Bailey about 3 games in last year and had just an outstanding first year on varsity. Added a speed element to this Wallhawk offense, and he just continues to get better as he's only a junior. Can't wait to see what he's going to do in his rest of this year as well as the senior campaign. And now the handoff to Brady Neal. Neal cuts inside the 15, is going to get down to the 13-yard line. That's going to be another Oasis Crop Insurance first down. 5:50 and counting here from Indian Stadium, as we bring you the great views that you see here, thanks to Zach, doing Zach things with the camera work in Tuscola tonight. And now man in motion for the Hawks, snap to York. York is simply a simple give to Brady Neal, and Neal gets maybe a yard on the play as he's brought down at the, trying to see if they marked that at the 13, 14-yard line. And now coming off the field is Kyler O'Neal as he trots off. They're going to mark it at the 13-yard line of Jim Ned. I believe that's going to bring up 3rd down. So 4 receivers, 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side, and just as I say that, Jagger Thompson runs over to talk to Landon York. Back in the slot now, York gets the snap, retreats, comes to the near side. He's got Brady Neal blocking for him, and he just throws that one out of bounds. He was looking for Thompson over there in the corner of the end zone, and Thompson was covered very well. So York, discretion is a better part of valor, just sailed that one out of bounds, threw it away, lived to fight another day. 5:01 left in the 3rd quarter. As York, once again with Brady Neal to his right. Bailey. And trying to see who that other receiver is. And now just a simple give to Neal. Neal cuts it inside, gets inside the 10. Is going to be dragged down at the 6-yard line, I believe. See where the officiating crew marks this down. But Neal with another nice pickup on just a simple inside give once again. And now it's going to be 4th and goal from that 6-yard line. And the Hawks lining up to go for it. I do not see Kleinsmith out there. They're going to go for this on 4th and goal from the 6-yard line. So now timeout's called. It looks like Wall is going to call a timeout. And that's not going to make them happy. We're going to take a break. You're watching Wall Hawks football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Cotton farming in the Concho Valley, that's risky business. Specializing in crop insurance and serving local family farmers for over 15 years, Oasis Crop Insurance understands those risks firsthand. That's why year in and year out, from the first seed you plant to the last boll you harvest, Oasis Crop Insurance is your risk management partner.
Oasis Crop Insurance, service from paradise.
And welcome back to Wall Hawks football on Concho Sports Network, brought to you by First Community Federal Credit Union. Fans, check out why First Community is the #1 local auto lender. With great rates on new, used, or refinanced autos and a variety of payment options, they can help make your payment fit your budget. Be smart, bank smart. Apply online at 1cfcu.org or give them a call at 325-653-1465. Rates and terms based on approved credit. So now the Hawks set up ready to go. Jim Ned just now trotting back onto the field after the timeout. It is 4th down and goal. York has Brady Neal in the backfield. And now Jim Ned comes across the line of scrimmage. The Hawks moved. I'm not sure if that was caused by the Jim Ned encroachment or were they drawn off by the Hawks. We'll see. Hawks are now retreating, and now it looks like they're pointing at Jim Ned. So, they're going to call encroachment. Offsides on Jim Ned's defense. And that's going to mark it half the distance of the goal. Looks like he's marking 1st down, but it was 4th and goal, so that was the Olivas Roofing and Smooth. Breck Lawson, the wide receiver, also getting some work at defensive back. He deflected that one, knocked it away. I will say, Wall's leading 17-0, but it hasn't been an easy 17-0 here on the Postal Annex Instant Replay. You can see it here. You can see Lawson zips in there, wham, and just knocks that one away from the Hawk receiver. I believe that was Reed Robertson on that. Check that later. And now, York takes the snap, retreats, and it's going to be picked off in the end zone. Coming back with it are the Indians. That's number 7 on the pick. And number 7, that is Kason Cumbie, picks it, brings it all the way back outside the Jim Ned 30-yard line to the 32. And Landon York, that was a very rare bad decision for York. You can see it here on the Postal Annex Instant Replay. He tried to throw back across his body to Reed Robertson, and Cumbie just picked that one, and then a nice return by the Indian defensive back and gets it outside the Jim Ned 30-yard line. So it looked like York may have been able to take that to the end zone with his feet, but unfortunately did not work out. 3:18 left here in the third quarter. That's York's 2nd pick of the season. As just not the greatest read there by Landon. He'll readjust and rethink that, and it won't happen again, I assure you. And now a quick give. Jim Ned, I believe that's number 27 on the carry. Cole Chittum, trying to make sure who that was. Yep, 27. Cole Chittum carried that one, the junior. 5'7", 180-pounder. And now a gain of 1, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 9 for Jim Ned. 17-0 here as we tick under 4 minutes left in the third quarter. The Wall Hawks on a dominating drive moved just almost the length of the field, only to get picked off in the end zone. And now the snap and a quick throw outside. Trying to see who that was on the reception. Looked like Jake Teschelman, and he picks up on the Postal Annex instant replay. You can see the catch by Jake. Jake takes it to the 35-37 yard line, so still short of the first down. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4. 2:29 left as the clock stops on the out of bounds play. Number 21 on that reception. And then Gwynn now with a back in a modified pistol set. Now shifts to Gwynn's left. And the snap, and here comes the blitz off the corner by the Hawks. Gwynn just throws it away, and that was number 10. Gavin Sisson came flying off that corner on a safety blitz here on the Postal Annex instant replay. He was just humming. That number 69 tried to get in front of him, Mason Stone, and he ran right by Stone. And Sisson almost with the sack, but the pressure caused the incompletion. Now it's 4th down and 4 from the 39 of Jim Ned, and it looks like they're lining up. Are they lining up in punt formation, or are they lining up to go for it? Wall's expecting them to go for it. And now it looks like they are dropping back. Yep, it's going to be one of those quick kicks. Nope, and now the whistle sounds. And trying to see what it is. False start, Jim Ned, and so that's going to put 5 more on the punt as the Olivas Roofing and Solar penalty flag. Penalty call now. Yep, even if they were thinking about going for it, they are on 4th and 8, 4th and 9 now. Of course, watch them run a fake and pick up 30 yards. Now the snap, the punt is pooched high in the air and looks like a bit of a shank, and it hits at the Hawk 49, bounces back before Breck Lawson can grab it and down it. I believe they're going to mark that at the Hawk 49, or are they going to mark it at the Hawk 50-yard line? We'll see. And 2:14 left here in the 3rd quarter. They're going to mark it right at midfield, so Wall will scrimmage right there at the middle of the Jim Ned logo, right at the bottom of the logo. Landon now trying to redeem himself from that pick on that last drive in the end zone. Puts Reed Robertson in motion. Hands it off, simple give to Brady Neal. Brady Neal's going to cut it inside the 50, still going inside the 40, and now they're going to mark him down at the 40-yard line. Brady Neal is now says he's going to take control of this game. Coach, just feed me the ball. Just feed it to me. And now it's going to be 2nd down and just about a yard to go, maybe half a yard. 3 trips receivers to the near side and a little fake, and now a little tunnel screen to Jagger Thompson. Thompson cuts back inside. Thompson showing that speed, and he cuts inside the 25-yard line. Jagger Thompson, my oh my, this kid is fast. This kid is fast. And you can see here on the Postal Annex instant replay, the little fake to deal, the little swing pass, the little slip screen, whatever you want to call it. Jagger Thompson cuts back inside at the 40 using that juke move, the right stick on the PlayStation 5 controller. Cut it back inside, and he gets to the 23-yard line of Jim Ned. Thompson on the reception. Number 7, and now the motion, and the ball rolls back to Landon York, unable to field it cleanly. And that's quickly going to bring up 2nd down. That was an Oasis Crop Insurance first down on that last reception by Thompson. And so now that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 15, 14, loss of 5 on the play. And the offensive coordinator for the Hawks, Rob Launderholm, is probably about to have another apoplectic fit after that snap. And so now 2nd down and 14, we'll call it, from the 28-yard line of Jim Ned. Landon York, quick drop. Now he's going to tuck it away. He's going to run. Now he's going to toss it across the middle. Catching it is Kellen Oliver. Kellen Oliver, he breaks a tackle. Did he get in that end zone? Touchdown! Touchdown, Kellen Oliver. My goodness gracious. What a run. I thought he was out of bounds at the 7-yard line. He just kept fighting, puts his hand down, and fights his way into the end zone. That's an Alpha Paving touchdown. We got to see this on the Postal Annex instant replay. York gets it in between two defenders. Oliver catches it, turns upfield. He's caught at the 7-yard line, breaks the tackle. It looks like he goes out of bounds. He keeps fighting and then just runs over number 7. That was Kason Cumbie, ran over Cumbie in the end zone. The kick is up. Another extra point. Alpha Paving touchdown. Postal Annex instant replay. Another touchdown by these Wall Hawks, and now they are up 24-0. So despite all the hiccups, despite all of the confusion and all of the nonsense and tomfoolery that's going on out here in Tuscola tonight, the Hawks clinging now to a comfortable 24-0 lead. And you look at that score, and if you've watched this game from beginning to end, you know this game could be much worse. This could be 31, 38, even 45-0. But it's 24-0. Welcome back inside the Concho Sports Network studio. I'm Russ. You can't see him. Adam, wave your hand over here. Oh, no, further. There you go. There's Adam. That's Adam's hand. That's the hand that puts the stats in the computer. And then, of course, Damon Bell back here behind me. Thumbs up, Damon, doing a great job. And then, of course, Zach. Maybe he'll stick his thumb up in front of the camera there. Zach, there you go. There's Zach in Tuscola giving us camera feed tonight. So thank you all for all of your hard work. And now we get ready for the Shirts Landscape kickoff. The Hawks now leading 24-0. What a game this has been. What a game. What a game. Now Klein Smith kicks it high in the air. Once again, it's going to come down at the 14-yard line. Back upfield to the 30 and brought down at the 34-yard line. That's Gavin Brooks on the return. And the Hawks have now taken a 4-score lead. All of a sudden, I have the whole 4-score in 7 years ago running through my head, but here we are. 24-0, Wall leading Jim Ned. I want to give you a quick read, folks. I want to let you know that if you're in the market for a new car or truck, go see the folks at Mitchell Automotive Group. That's Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road or Mitchell Buick GMC on Sherwood Way. Also, you can get finance for that through First Community Federal Credit Union, 1cfcu.org. And now Gwynn with the Hawks showing pressure, and they back off. And the quick throw is out to, again, Gavin Brooks, and Brooks hauls it in, and he'll be brought down after looks like about a 5-yard pickup, but they're going to mark him down at the Jim Ned. You can see here on the Postal Annex instant replay, the Hawks looked like they were going to bring pressure, and then just a simple swing pass to Brooks, and Brooks gets tackled at the 39-yard line of the Indians. 12 minutes left. Or actually, that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter, and we'll take a quick break. You're watching Wall Hawk Football, Concho Sports Network, brought to you by First Community Federal Credit Union. We'll see you after the break.
San Angelo, it's time to invest in your home and protect your future. Olivas Restoration and Solar, your trusted partner in roofing, solar, insulation, and fencing. Call Olivas Restoration and Solar today for your free consultation.
And the Shirts Landscape kickoff forthcoming, but here we go! The obligatory food stand snack bar shot. And yes, thank you, Zach. Once again, I am hungry. So, first, the fourth quarter begins here as the Jim Ned Indians will scrimmage from their own 38-yard line. 2nd down and 5. Gwynn gets the snap, puts a man in motion now, gets the snap, hands it off inside. I believe that's Ellis again. Ellis fighting, or actually, no, that is Stone Griffin fighting for yards, and he's going to get about 3, maybe 4 on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 2 for Jim Ned. At the 42, their own 42 are the Indians. So the Indians, the Wall Hawks, this is their second of 3 straight games on the road. They'll go to Monahans next week and face off against the Lobos. We'll talk more about that here in a little while. Gwynn now with Stone Griffin in the backfield. Gwynn gets the snap. He's going to roll to the near sideline, and there was 1, 2, 3, 4 Hawks all over him, led by Jacob Braden, Slayton Hallmark, trying to see who else was in there. They just absolutely sniffed that one out. You can see here on the the Postal Annex instant replay, he rolled to the near sideline. That was also number 9, Gunnar King, the backup quarterback, also playing safety, in on there. See the Wall Hawk band traveling to Jim Ned. And now there's going to bring up 4th down, and the Indians will punt. The snap, the kick. Snap clean, quick kick clean. Good Lord, I can't talk. And that's going to roll out of bounds at the Hawk 20-yard line, and that's going to give Wall the ball. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
San Angelo, it's time to invest in your home and protect your future. Olivas Restoration and Solar, your trusted partner in roofing, solar, insulation, and fencing. Call Olivas Restoration and Solar today for your free consultation.
You can score huge savings this fall at Mitchell Buick GMC. This is the truck for you. You can save $12,000 off this 2025 GMC Sierra. Designed to transform everyday moments. You could get this Buick up.
Welcome back to Wall Hawk Football on Concho Sports Network. Brought to you by First Community Federal Credit Union. Brady Neal on the carry there as we come back from break. They just aren't giving us time to do breaks. That's marked at the 25-yard line of Wall. 5-yard gain by Neal. This is the time of the game where you really want that Wall Hawk offensive line to take over and just bludgeon the Jim Ned Indians. Even though we've really, softened the game, it's still a game of violence. And now a simple give to Neal. Neal's across the 30 and stopped at the 31-yard line. That's going to be an Oasis Crop Insurance first down. Brady Neal yet again on that carry. And we'll see, can the Hawks maintain possession? I'll give you Jim Ned's upcoming schedule as well here in a moment. We'll talk a little bit about that as the game goes on. And now, the snap to York. It looked like they were going to stop it. He has a free play. He throws it downfield. He just decided to go throw it up there for Kellen Oliver. And I don't know if there's an Olivas Roofing and Solar penalty flag or not, but that one was thrown downfield to Kellen Oliver, double covered. So we're trying to see, did they? Yep. I think that was called on the Hawks. Was that called a false start? Trying to see where they placed this ball. So now Kellen Oliver walks over to the referee and says, "What's up?" Referee says, "Son, go get back in the huddle." And he said, did the little raise the roofs, was that the reset the play clock, and the Hawks back on the ball now. As Landon York gets ready to call a play, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10. Now just an incomplete pass. 9:22 to go here in the ball game. Hawks comfortably ahead, 24-0. And now Jagger Thompson in motion, fake to him. York's going to keep it, and he's going to move to the 35-yard line. It's going to be a 4-yard, maybe 5-yard pickup on the play. So Postal Annex instant replay here as York, you can see him fake that little jet sweep to Jagger Thompson, and then York just right up the gut he went. Keep what they call that little read option. And York's going to be taken down at the 35, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down, and we'll call it 5. It's actually probably closer to 6. And now we have a timeout called. We're going to take a break. You're watching Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network. First Community Federal Credit Union is the sponsor.
You can score huge savings this fall at Mitchell Buick GMC. This is the truck for you. You can save $12,000 off this 2025 GMC Sierra. Designed to transform everyday moments, you could get this Buick Encore for only $24,380. Crafted to provide a first-class experience, you can save $3,500 on this 2025 Buick Enclave. You can score huge savings this fall at Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
And welcome back to Wall Hawk Football on Concho Sports Network, brought to you by First Community Federal Credit Union. 1CFCU.org. Best rates, check them out. If you're looking to finance or refinance your vehicle, go check them out, 1CFCU.org. And here, there from Jim Ned High School, Indian Stadium, Tuscola, Texas, 3rd and 6 for Wall, as now Evan Bailey in motion. The snap, swing pass to Bailey. Bailey, he breaks a tackle. He cuts it to the 40, 45, 47. First down. Oasis Crop Insurance first down for the Wall Hawks. That was all Evan Bailey there as he took that swing pass from York and just cut it upfield, made a couple of moves, and here we go. Bang, bam, done. So from over at San Angelo Stadium, quick update. Central Bobcats leading the Abilene Cooper Cougars 33-28 right now. Now 35, they just got the 2-point conversion, 35-28. So Central's doing a little bit of showing up and showing out right now. As now York comes over here to Reed Robertson. Reed Robertson inside the 45, inside the 40. Reed Robertson breaks a tackle, hurdles, taken down at the 29-yard line. Another Oasis Crop Insurance first down. So Reed Robertson just a little, looked like a little, see here on the Postal Annex Instant Replay, just a little stop route, maybe a little slip screen. He had Bailey out there, Bailey out there blocking for him. He spun at the 50, made an Indian defender miss, cuts inside 35, leaps, goes high, and then comes down at the 30-yard line. So, but a penalty flag apparently on the play. If we can come out of that replay, yep. Olivas Roofing and Solar penalty. Not sure what the flag was, but it's going to be marked off 5 yards against the Hawks, and that's going to be 1st and 15 now. So after a nice catch and run by Reed Robertson, now the Hawks will line up again with a 1st and 15. They've got trips to the near side, Twins to the far side, the snap, York straight back, here comes the pass rush. He throws it down the sideline and way over the head. Brady Neal running that wheel route down the near sideline, and York just throws it over Neal's head. So 2nd down and 15 for Wall. Jim Ned, down 4 scores, desperately needs to get a stop right here and right now and get a quick score on the boards, as Wall has pretty much controlled this second half. The only time Wall's been stopped is when they stopped themselves, shot themselves in the foot with penalties, interception in the end zone, etc. So now 2nd down and 15, and York with the snap, the handoff, the give, actually the fake, and he just throws that one out of bounds. Bailey was covered and just tossed it out over the Jim Ned bench. And so now 7:26, as you can see there on the scoreboard, 3rd and 15. Wall Hawks leading 24-0. And these Hawks, they're showing me something tonight. Despite all the adversity they faced, most of it self-induced, most of it their own fault, they have managed to battle through and still have this game comfortably in hand, 24-0. This game could be much worse, but albeit all the mistakes that Wall has had. This is one of them games where Craig Slaughter is going to have a lot to talk about. York retreats, avoids the pass rush, rolls to the far sideline. Cox throws downfield. And now there's going to be a holding call. You can see right there on the screen. It's going to be holding on Wall. Another Olivas Roofing and Solar penalty. And they're going to see, do they decline that? And now holding, that looks like, I thought he said 56. I don't know. Trying to see who that was. There is no 56 on the roster, so I don't do good reading lips, so here we are. He said something. He said somebody's number. So if that pass, didn't see whether that pass was complete or not. If it was incomplete, they are going to, in fact, decline that penalty, and it's going to bring up 4th down and 15 for Wall. So Wall will bring on the punt team. Levi King will come on and punt now for Wall, as they swap the teams, and that'll be 4th and 15 from the Hawk 41-yard line. Goodness, what a game this has been. What a game this has been. Now the snap back, King. The rush comes, he gets the punt off, and that's going to be caught at the 18, back upfield. That is Breck Lawson on the return, number 2, and he gets back outside the Jim Ned 35-yard line. They mark him at the 37-yard line. Might make it. Nope, trying to see where do they place the ball down. Good Lord. Guys, make up your mind. Where's the ball going to be placed down? There it is, 37-yard line. Yes, for the win, 37-yard line. And so now we're going to have a 1st and 10 for Jim Ned as they trail 24-0. Jim Ned's played very well on defense. I got to give him that. They have forced turnovers. They have forced some dropped passes and whatnot. Offense has struggled a bit, however. And Gwynn now with an empty backfield. And the fake, and Gwynn now right up the gut, and that Hawk defense right there to meet him at the line of scrimmage, no gain. See who's getting up off that pile. Off the bottom of that pile was Cone Braden. Number 52 in there as well. Ben Taylor and a few others. 64 on that one as well. Mason Steen, so a lot of people getting in there. Getting some action, game action, some game reps, as they say. And now the Indians with trips to the near side of the field. Gwynn with a running back to his left. The snap, the fake, the quick slant, catching that, cutting upfield, 45, actually 47-yard line. That is Jake Teichelman, number 21, caught that one. And I apologize to his family if I am butchering that name. Please forgive me. And he caught that one on Jake caught that one on that slant inside, broke a couple of tackles. He pretty much looked like he got Bryson McFarden to go the wrong way and cut it back to the outside. And now Jim Ned with an Oasis Crop Insurance 1st down will scrimmage from the Hawk 46. And now they fake. Another throw to Jake. He's brought down at the 40-yard line, so a pickup of 6. They found a little something as the Hawks playing a little softer now. 5:43 and counting here. 2nd down and 4 for Jim Ned. See that on the Indian Stadium scoreboard there. Looks like the Jim Ned crowd has thinned out a little bit over there. Good crowd to start the game. Maybe trying to get to the Pizza Hut, which actually sounds kind of good right about now. I'm a little jealous, not going to lie. Now Gwynn's going to take the snap. Going to retreat, looking downfield, throws a far sideline, and flying over there was Gavin Sisson. Sisson came flying over to swat at that one. I don't know if the pass would have been complete anyway, but Gavin was there to make a play on the football. And now on the Postal Annex instant replay, you can see it here as Gwynn retreated, throws it outside. Yep, that's a nice play by Sisson as he comes over and just swats that one out of bounds. So 3rd down and 4 for Jim Ned. This is one of those times with Jim Ned, the Indians need something right here if they want to make this thing a little more respectable. As Gwynn now is going to run a quarterback draw. He cuts it up inside. He's going to have an Oasis Crop Insurance 1st down as he gets to the Wall Hawk 30-yard line. So nice little pickup there by Gwynn, as you can see here on the Postal Annex instant replay. Right there, you can see the tackle. Nice tackle by number 48. Dylan Sellers came back to make that tackle. So 1st and 10 at the Hawk 30. As Gwynn now retreats, he's going to throw that slant route again, and this time, trying to see who that was. That was Gavin Sisson again, I believe, just met him on that route, made contact at the right time, and that was incomplete. 4:35 left here in the ball game as the Hawks lead 24-0. Stay tuned, fans. After the game, we'll have a quick post-game show. Since we can do that, since we don't have to really break down much, except for Zach. We got to think of Zach. He's got to break it down and drive back tonight. So stay safe, Zach. We love you. Gwen with the snap is going to retreat straight back. Here comes the pass rush, and that one is swatted right back in his face. Was that, trying to see who that was that Slayton Hallmark that knocked that one back on the Post-Atlantic's instant replay? Right up the gut. Trying to see who that was that swatted that. That looked like, that was either Slayton Hallmark or Alex Samaniego. Either 15 or 62, 15 or 62. Couldn't tell who that was on that play, but nevertheless, it's going to be third down, I believe, for the Jim Ned Indians, as 4 wide receivers, 1 running back for Cash Gwynn. He's going to snap, retreat, and that's going to be sailed high above the head of Stone Griffin. Griffin, on a little swing route, was out there, had about 5 yards of potential running room, but the pass just over his head. And that's going to bring up a 4th down and 10 for Jim Ned as we tick under 4 minutes left to play here in the ball game. The Hawks trying to get a stop here on 4th down. And the snap. Gwynn straight back. He's going to go downfield, and that's going to be knocked away and a turnover on downs. And that was Levi King. 4:21 left. I misspoke. I said under 4. We'll go with under 5 left in the game from Indian Stadium. 1st down and 10 for the Wall Hawks as they turn over the Indians. And over at San Angelo Central State, San Angelo Central has now taken a 2-touchdown lead over the Abilene Cooper Cougars. So just to kind of keep you updated there. And now Landon York is just going to turn and hand it to Brady Neal, and Neal's going to pick up. And it looks like there's a flag on play. Brady Neal picked up 6, and now there's a flag down. We'll see what the call is going to be. And yep, there you go. The Olivas Roofing and Solar penalty flag is holding on Wall, and they'll mark off 10, and we'll try 1st and 20. You know, 1st and 10 wasn't enough of a challenge. Let's go 1st and 20 now. Always up for a challenge. 1st and 20 from the Hawk 20-yard line. Again, we want to thank everybody that watches these games at home. We know if you aren't able to travel, we do appreciate you watching. We try to bring you a quality broadcast. Sometimes we do have hiccups, so we do ask your forgiveness. But we're glad you tune in and watch. And now a simple fake. Little throw outside to the near sideline. That was Evan Bailey on the reception. Evan Bailey's quietly had a good night as he had a drop in that first quarter when I think every Wall Hawk receiver had a drop, but they've turned that around now. A lot of those drops caused by some great defensive play by the Jim Ned Indians. So that'll bring up 2nd down. And now York calls for the snap, retreats straight back, pumps once, now goes to that near sideline, down that far side, he was going for Kellen Oliver, and Oliver was well covered, and the ball just sails harmlessly out of bounds. And that'll bring up a 3rd down for the Hawks. With under 4 minutes now, I'm quite sure, left in the ball game. And now 3:11, I'm told. We're having the clock relayed to us as we don't have our camera clock, clock to camera, whichever. It's late and I'm tired. The Wall's up 24-0. 3rd down now. York gets the snap. He retreats, looks downfield, tucks it away. Now he throws it downfield. Who is that? Spinning, running. Kellen Oliver is going to be out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Oliver on a nice catch and run. He just kept spinning, gets a little slap of appreciation from Landon York. I don't think that's going to be enough for the. No, are they going to give him the first down? But you can see here on the Post-Atlantic instant replay, he was just running a little out route. York hit him, and he just kept spinning, and they are going to give him the Oasis Crop Insurance first down. So nice catch and run by Oliver. Another on-target throw by Landon York, and first down. Oasis Crop Insurance. And now just a simple give up the gut. 50, 40, inside the 40-yard line, and that is number 24, Caden McFarden, getting a rare carry. So McFarden picks up another Oasis Crop Insurance first down. You can see it here on the Post-Atlantic's instant replay as we click down towards the 2-minute warning here in the fourth quarter. These Wall Hawks are just dominating now. But that's going to take us to ye old 2-minute timeout / 2-minute warning. And we're going to take a break. You're watching Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network, presented by the First Community Federal Credit.
At Texas Bank, we believe in the power of relationships. Our roots are our customers, the lifeblood of our business. We're more than just a bank. We're your trusted financial partner, committed to building lasting connections and providing personalized service that exceeds your expectations. From helping you achieve your financial goals to supporting you through life's changes, we're here for you every step of the way. Experience the difference of banking with people who truly care.
And welcome back to Wall Hawk football on the Concho Sports Network, brought to you by First Community Federal Credit Union. The Hawks with an Oasis Crop Insurance first down. And Gunnar King in at quarterback now. He gives up the middle. Trying to see who that was on that running play. Who gets up off the pile after that carry? Trying to see who that was. I believe, again, that was McFarden, Caden McFarden. On the Post-Atlantic instant replay, we'll see here real quick. Is that 24? Yep, that was Caden McFarden on that carry. All right, so McFarden getting a little work, picks up maybe 5 on that play, and the Hawks now will scrimmage from the Jim Ned 35-yard line. And now Gunnar King is just going to take the snap. He's going to kneel it. And that's going to make the clock run. Clock will commence to running. Third down now, but 1:07, 1:06. I'm wondering, did they kneel too soon? Because they're going to think there might be a discrepancy, or there'll still be enough time on the play clock if they kneel this. And it's still Gunnar King in the greatest formation of football, and that is, of course, the victory formation. And now Gunnar, actually that's Landon York back in there kneeling it down now, and Landon York's going to kneel it down, and that's going to run the clock. And that is going to do it from Indian Stadium. The Jim Ned Indians go down to the Wall Hawks tonight, 24-0. And let's go ahead and give you a quick post-game show so Zach can pack it up and get on the road back towards San Angelo. But the Wall Hawks, a very, very odd game. Very odd game. In the first quarter, they could not get out of their own way. They were dropping passes, committing dumb penalties, but somehow, somewhere in the second quarter, they turned it on and just went absolutely crazy and take the victory 24-0. Shutout, their first shutout of the season, as that defense again comes through with another goal line stop in that second quarter. But let's get some quick numbers for you. Brady Neal, 16 carries. Now remember, these are unofficial numbers, very unofficial, but we give you what we got. 16 carries, 101 yards. He breaks 100 yards for the first time this season. And Jagger Thompson was at 16 yards rushing, and then McFarden, a couple of carries for 17 yards there. As you can see, the Wall Hawk faithful that traveled to Tuscola tonight. And then Landon York, not a great game completion-wise. Of course, a lot of those incompletions caused by drops, but he was 14 for 32 for 197 yards, 3 touchdowns, but he did have that one red zone pick that was not, I mean, there's ugly, and then there's that red zone pick that Landon York threw. That was bad. And then receiving, of course, Reed Robertson doing Reed Robertson things, 5 catches, 97 yards, and a touchdown. And then Kellen Oliver, 3 catches, 46 yards, and a touchdown. And then Jagger Thompson, 3 catches. Evan Bailey, 3 catches. So just a great game overall. Welcome back inside the Concho Sports Network studio. We want to say thank you so much again. We really appreciate it. Hey, Adam, come over here. Let's get you on camera. This is Adam. This is our stat guy right here. Adam, thank you so much. Damon, get over here. Damon, our producer. Want to get Damon on camera. There he goes. Damon Bell. You've seen his commercial for Damon Bell Photography. So we want to say thank you. And, of course, want to say thank you to Zach. We could not bring you these camera angles without Zach's hard work, and that young man drives every weekend to give us good camera angles like this. So, Zach, we thank you. Want to thank all of y'all for watching. Want to thank all of our sponsors. Real quick, First Community Federal Credit Union, Zentex Remodeling Group, Oasis Crop Insurance, Shirts Landscape, Olivas Roofing and Solar, Angelo MRI, Alpha Paving, and, of course, our Postal Annex Instant Replays. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it. God bless you. Have a great night. We'll see you. Oh, before we go, don't kill me yet. Forgot, Monahans next week. Wall will go on the road to Monahans. We will have the broadcast yet again for you. So if you can't, 7 p.m., not 7:30 p.m. Cough, cough, Damon Bell, cough, cough. 7 p.m. Not that I want to throw anybody under the school bus, but here we are. But next week, 7 p.m. from Monahans, we'll be bringing you the broadcast. Will be live with the pregame show 6:45. So if you can't make the drive to Monahans, hey, tune in. And if you can make the drive, come back and watch it tomorrow. All right, take care. God bless. Have a great night.